Pope Francis delivered his Christmas message calling for peace on the Korean Peninsula and elsewhere in the world. He also extended his prayers to Gaza and Ukraine. Eun-jin reports.
On Christmas Day, from the main balcony of St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, Pope Francis delivered his Urbi et Orbi blessing. Meaning to the city and the world, this annual speech typically offers a lament for all the misery in the world, and this year's edition was no different. Specifically for the Korean Peninsula, he expressed hope for efforts to foster lasting peace on the Korean Peninsula through dialogue and reconciliation, at a time of heightened tensions due to tough rhetoric and recent missile launches by North Korea.
May the day draw near when fraternal bonds will be consolidated on the Korean Peninsula by undertaking processes of dialogue and reconciliation capable of creating the conditions for lasting peace.
Pope Francis has, on various occasions, called for peace on the Korean Peninsula. Earlier this year, to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the signing of the Korean Armistice Agreement, he sent a message calling on all Koreans to become prophets of peace. In his Urbi et Orbi blessing in 2018, he prayed that Christmas could consolidate the bonds of fraternity to unite the Korean Peninsula. For Israel and Palestine, Pope Francis prayed for the victims whose lives had been devastated by war and prayed for an end to the fueling of violence and hatred.
I plead for an end to the military operations with their appalling harvest of innocent civilian victims and call for a solution to the desperate humanitarian situation by an opening to the provision of humanitarian aid.
And for Ukraine, Pope Francis implored peace, calling on people to renew a spiritual and human closeness to feel what he referred to as the concrete reality of God's love. Eun-jin, Arirang News.